Welcome everyone to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I'm your host, B. Jones, and I got my boys with me. To the left, we have Blackie Chan of Blackie Chan Gaming. Bottom right, we have Gunner from Views from the Stands right here on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and sub. And no other than King of these LA streets, Raul Flores, to join us today. So as you probably noticed, USCJ is not here with us today. Scheduling conflicts. He actually, listen, there's no harder working man in this USC atmosphere, man. I'm telling you, this guy works a full-time job, some crazy hours, and still manages to pump out content every day for you guys. So he will be joining us on episode shortly. Soon, but today he won't be able to make it with us. But other than that, we got some pretty good news. Actually, we have some really good news for you today, man. Listen, we got one in the that's announced already, at least. But remember, I told you guys that I was expecting maybe 2 or 3. Well, this coaching staff exceeded my expectations. So, how you guys feel about that, man? What you guys got for it?
Yeah, successful week. Like I said, Thursday, if it was a failure, I'd come out and say it right away. The pretty good news.
Wait, how many did you say you wanted?
2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3. I'd say 2 to 3.
So
yeah. But like B. Jones said, exceeded our prediction. So
yeah. So if you don't know by now, that we've been rumored to have more than, was it 4? I think
3.
Yeah, 4.
Oh, we have 4?
Because it was 1. That's how I'm reading it. 1 Trojan, right? Emoji, and then hours later there was 3 more. So 1 plus 3.
So that's how you're reading it.
That's how I'm reading it. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm hearing there may be more. So
hey, if we got 4, then that definitely blows whatever my expectations were out of the water.
So yeah, definitely. I also said that there's a coach that needs to pull out his spatula, and of course it's the one who's been cooking all summer long. Coach Henny pulled his spatula out, from what I'm hearing. There's a guy on Flip Watch right now. So if any of you Auburn fans in here, I know y'all squirming right now.
Yeah,
but it's happening. All right, it's inevitable. It's inevitable.
Yeah, and me and Guns were talking about this just before, but Auburn fans and CU fans may be having their dreams crushed here with based off maybe some something that one of our recruiting gurus, not gurus, but specialists, Annie.
You can say her name,
Yeah, I know Annie. She's been basically the MVP for our recruiting besides Coach Henny, but like she posted up a signed, sealed, delivered video, and everyone's assuming that is Juju. So, meaning that he signed his maybe some NIL agreements. Who knows? But hey,
we're hoping that it's Juju, so he can find
those. I'm tired. I need the CU fan base to like officially just lose hope on that. Just like stop. Like that Michael Jordan meme, just stop. Get help.
We'll talk about more about him, but that's
let's talk about Hayden.
Hopefully that's the case. We'll see.
All right, so the big news we got today: Hayden Low out of Oaks Christian High School in Westlake, 6'4", 242 pound edge rusher, 4-star, ranked number 90. 90 rating. Number 23 in the state of California.
Yep.
Number 19 edge, 242 recruit. So top 300 guy, top 250 guy. This guy can fly, man. We brought you the preview Thursday. If you want to check out what we had to say about it, and as well, Blackie Chan dropped a video earlier today. Make sure you guys go check that out and run the likes up and share it with all your friends. So, but Hayden Low, man, we got him. He's a Trojan, which we pretty much figured he'd be one.
Yep.
So he's a local guy too, fans.
Most importantly, that I
Me-
was gonna
me-
say, for all the fans out there complaining about us not getting California talent, well, we got them, so I better not hear not one negative thing about Low. You guys want California kids? We got someone, not only a California kid, but on the defensive side, on the D line side. So I don't want to hear any negative comments on the kid at all. So just saying, the kid seems like a baller, and with Coach Henny and staff, I think he's gonna be very productive here in the near future for us.
Yeah. Oaks Christian
Yeah,
High
they.
School. Sorry, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, I was just saying, Oaks Christian High School has been pretty good to us, man. They gave us Michael Pittman, Marshall Jones. Let's see who else came from Oaks Christian. Nobody I can think of anymore, but yeah, man. They've been good.
Oh yeah, like there's definitely a lot of what was it? A lot of people just complaining that we're not getting the California kids, and just stop it. Like if we really dedicated our time to getting them, the ones that we know are going to be what our program really needs, we will get them. But there's a lot of talk on like California kids now these days that they're just lost, or as USCJ would say, lost in the sauce. Just like they're all going to Alabama, which I get a lot of them have, but some people have just been slandering kids on Twitter or whatever. Like I've seen Rajon Davis's dad going to battle against modern day kids and all that stuff. It's crazy.
I hear you.
And I think I see what reply you were talking about, Blackie. He said something about unfortunately not all kids grew up USC fans because of the recent bad history we've had over the past few years. But he kind of hit it right in the nail. Or it's gonna take some time before we get all these local talent to watch USC football be successful, right? It's going to take 2-3 years of us, being successful, making the playoffs, or at least being in the championship running contention. I mean, for all these kids that are middle schoolers, about to be high schoolers to, become USC fans. Because the reality of it is that a lot of these kids probably, were used to watching the Bamas, Georgias, unfortunately the Cereals up north, be more successful than we were at the time. So that kind of plays a big role on why a lot of these kids are leaving out of the state.
Yep. And not only that, this is something that myself, USCJ, and USC Priority had a conversation about, right? If you look at the era that these kids are growing up in, right? All they know is the South. From music to everything they see on TV, right? It's all Southern, right? So, like, think about in our heyday, the rap game was all West Coast, right? When we were growing up, that's all we saw on TV. Snoop Dogg, Tupac, Dr. Dre.
90s, yeah.
All West Coast artists. So these kids, all they see on TV is, the Baby, look, Gunna,
Atlanta.
These Atlanta rappers, right? So
Yeah.
The South is popping. And then, bring it back to college football, they've been told that the SEC is the greatest thing to ever happen to the sport of football. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, that's just all they know.
I want to say this right now, but we're the Kendrick Lamar of college football.
I was just about to go there. So, right? So we didn't talk about this at all, but I don't think you guys really realize the impact of Kendrick's victory. Hip hop culture and shifting it back over here to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Because he's coming out with an album. YG just dropped his all the Compton artists right now dropping an album. Who else? DJ Mustard's coming out with an album this summer. The focus, as far as hip hop media, will be right back out here on the West Coast. You heard it from me first. I'm telling you right now, this summer, man, will be big as far as entertainment industry, music industry for the West Coast. And how does that help us with recruiting? I think you guys can figure that out, right? We just said it. So, so you know,
Absolutely. And to go back to Hayden Low real quick, I mean, it was basically Coach Henny said. I mean, that you heard in his voice how much he needed him to be on this on this class and this team. He also said, he's a hometown boy, and hometown boys stay at SC. So that's really a shot to these other kids, kind of what we're talking about. Others. And then lastly, originally he was going to do an OV during the season with us. We changed that quickly. He canceled his Oregon visit, and obviously he came to us, and it's over. So it's great to see that Oregon fans are crying out there, and just shows that this kid is a true hometown boy.
They're acting like they're not crying, but they really are.
no, hold on 1 second, Black Chan. I'm glad you brought that up because that's going to transition to a little segment we like to do here on the show called Dumb Duck of the Week. Raul, you want to take it away, man?
Yeah, let me. I called him out on Twitter, guys. By the way, so it's BS take, but he's. I guess I'll give you a. Hold on, just a second, guys. I'm new to this Twitter thing, so I'm just getting used to it. So bear with me.
Make sure you follow my guy too on Twitter.
All right, so someone on the On3 board said, "Oh, when USC is only getting the recruits that care about the nightlife in LA compared to Eugene, that's a good thing for Oregon." And Justin Hopkins said, "This times 1 million." Like, come on.
Like,
really?
Is he talking about 1 million as like a check that Phil Knight's signing for them? Because like that's all that the kids in Oregon care about is the money.
I would say they literally have one thing to offer.
Yeah, the money. They don't have history. They don't have anything besides Phil Knight.
Right.
Pepto-Bismol uniforms, though. Gotta remember that.
The nightlife is just one lowly thing about California and USC. That's one small thing that, like, you don't even hear much of our kids like getting in trouble for nightlife stuff.
Exactly.
We're not like Georgia where they're getting driving tickets later.
I mean,
that's not talked about enough, man.
No, and then
they refuse to talk about it, but because they're the golden child right now.
No, I mean that's not talked about enough. That Georgia side too. But I'm talking about our side, not having anyone get in trouble.
Yeah,
take our hat off to the Lincoln Riley and coach.
Who's trying to make a special guest appearance behind
right?
you?
I know. But keeping it with the zeros though. Dalen Austin just got into some type of trouble recently up in Oregon. And I feel bad for the kid, right? I feel bad for the kid. I mean,
a few months ago.
It's unfortunate decision that he made, but I mean, it's reason. I mean, he just started there this year, right?
Summer. I mean,
early enrollee. Yeah,
I mean, none of our kids are getting into any type of trouble. I said, yeah, knock on wood. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they say nightlife. Like, come on, man. Yeah. You have a lot more to offer than your shitty program does.
Exactly. Some kids actually value school. They're going to the university to do. Is to get in.
That's what Justice Terry, Isaiah Gibson, all these Southern boys have been saying that they want to come to USC because of our business school, the academics. Right. Like, if you just hear about all these kids and all their recruiting visits, they talk about how they met with professors and how they enjoyed all the professors that they've been talking to. So it's not just about NIL that we're selling people. We're selling people on the academics and schooling. Like, if you heard Mama KC, like, you heard her talking about Cam, how he was FaceTiming with all his professors and all that stuff. Like, you don't get that at Oregon. Like, oh my God, look at me and my professor at Oregon. Yeah, no, you don't get that at Georgia. You don't get that at Alabama. You just see people like from Texas, how they say we're Hollywood, but you have people in Texas having like a Lamborghini parking lot.
On top of who was that? Was that Georgia? They had the red carpet.
I think it was him. Yeah, it was him.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Yep. I mean, and then
Yeah, we
kind of
have-
going back to Mama Casey, she said the first thing that USC focused on was academics, or at least one of the top things that they focused on was academics. You know,
Right.
because aside from football, USC has a very good program to offer in terms of education and networking and whatnot.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And Jonah Williams last week talked about how he appreciates hearing about the student life on campus at USC. Have
Right.
you heard anyone like you don't hear about that? Like, oh, I enjoyed hearing about my student life at Oregon. No one's talking about that.
Yeah. Who else?
with that being said,
it's just so mind-boggling how they're just making up these narratives.
but I was gonna say, with that being said, Jay Dork or Jay Hopkins, whatever your name is,
Jay
you can
Dork.
suck it.
No, but listen, you gotta give a shout out to Lincoln Riley though. Like I was saying earlier, not only is no one got in trouble, we have guys graduating early. You know what I mean? We have like come
Miller
on, man.
Moss.
You're right. So how many programs say that? Georgia can't. Did Stetson Bennett graduate?
After how many years? Like 7 years?
7 years, didn't even graduate.
Is that a true story though? Is that like legit? That's wild.
Yeah,
if
he
really
did not graduate.
He didn't
How
graduate.
is that even possible?
Exactly. How?
Yeah,
Damn.
it's funny, man. But Lincoln Riley gets the bad rap. He definitely doesn't get credit for that though. He doesn't get credit for actually making men of these boys, right?
I mean, he's not even a top 10 coach, B. Jones. What are you talking about?
Yeah, all of a sudden. So, yeah, man, I really can't wait for the season to start, man. We're gonna be shutting up a lot of mouths. A lot of people gonna be eating crow. For sure.
And a lot of people are giving us praise when they weren't giving us praise, like some talking heads are when it comes to our recruiting process here. But it's just like, yeah, where the hell were you guys before when we've been telling you this whole time?
Yeah. Oh, another thing, Trojan fans, brace for shock, man. The ops are coming. That's for sure. Every time we get a little success, they come out of nowhere just to hate. So if you're on the Bleacher Report community like we are, just expect the influx of Colorado and Auburn fans. Might be a little ticked off after this weekend.
We might need to start a Colorado dummy of the week type of thing. I don't know if I think I saw a post something about we're better than you, but they're winless against us.
Yeah, I know. Like
And here's the most funny part is that an actual Oregon fan replied to that post, and it said, "Don't you guys have to win one at least before you guys could say that?"
Yeah.
An Oregon fan have to check a Colorado fan. That is crazy.
That's the one time I've actually agreed with an Oregon fan is when I see them saying, "But have you guys even won a Pac-12 championship?"
Not even a Pac-12 championship, just a win against us in the regular season or whatever it may be. They haven't. So
they have they even beaten Oregon?
I'm not sure, to be quite frank with you.
I doubt it. Maybe some time way back in history, but not recent Oregon.
But not us.
So there's at the very least 2 unannounced commitments. Do you guys think we hear about them today, tomorrow?
We have 3 from what Guns' math is like. I think it's 3, but
3
everyone says that first
Mm-hmm.
fight on was just 1, and then 3 is on top of that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think they want to spread that.
I have no idea. Yeah.
That'd be crazy. But based off, I guess we can move that to segue into like the big recruiting, like everyone that was on there, so we can talk about that then.
Yeah, as far as the announcement, they want to spread them out just so everybody gets their love.
The spotlight.
Yeah.
It'll be one every Hopefully, we get one every day of the week.
Every other day. I'd be okay with that. I just don't like the fact that there might be a silent one, which I just like. Why are you so embarrassed to let the world know?
I'm sure it ain't embarrassment. I'm sure they probably want to just take their visits.
I get that, but like, just
Listen.
if you want to take your visits and commit to USC, that's fine. But make it known, so like, just so it puts more pressure on the other schools. But whatever.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, let's get into these other guys, man. Who else we hearing?
Yeah, who do you want to start off with first?
All right,
well,
well,
the 5-star.
I'll start off with Andrew Marsh since he just had a article that came out. Basically, what the staff told him was that if he wants to come to USC, he needs to make that decision sooner than later. So it's really on him. Staff wants him, and I can't blame him. They have a lot of other wide receiver targets. You know, Sims, McCutcheon. We got Donovan from IMG. So, and we also have Phillip Bell. We haven't even seen him yet. Phillip Bell is going to be June 21st, right? There's so many other options out there. So he had a great visit. It's just that was kind of the message from the staff is that, hey, we want you a lot, but we're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. So
yeah.
Listen,
that's the first one. So what are your guys' thoughts on Andrew Marsh basically?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it's been all summer. You know, the staff is not playing around. All right, you look like you don't really want to bite. You're just gonna move on to the next guy, and that's pretty much what happened with a lot of these Cali kids.
And
they look like they were just stepping, not really trying to take it serious. And we're not gonna play around. We're just gonna go find the next guy.
These offensive players should know Lincoln Riley's success rate with putting players into the NFL especially wide receivers.
Yeah, he's got to look at CeeDee Lamb. Like the dude's about to get paid.
Yeah, he's holding out, right?
Yeah, you're always gonna have a good quarterback here, so that's not a word. The offense is gonna be tailored towards you. Lincoln likes to pass the ball, so why wouldn't you want to come here?
That's what a lot of people like. Some of the parents from that last recruiting class was saying that we know that they like to pass the ball. So your kid's not going to have lack of what is called
touches,
playing time. Yeah, touches. Yeah. So as long as you put in the work and you're willing to put as long as you're willing to put in the work, you're going to see the field.
Yep.
So because we had a lot of wide receivers last class, right? Or not last class, last recruiting visit, right? We had Donovan, Emmanuel, Tanuk. Who else?
Yeah, those three.
And CJ Wiley.
Yep.
CJ Wiley. Yep. Yeah, and I know Juju's dad and CJ's dad. They know each other, so.
Yeah,
I would assume the kids know each other and they're probably talking to each other daily.
And if what rumors are, sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, sorry, I was just saying pretty close to daily.
Yeah, and if you guys really want to play with Juju, you better get on that ship right now before it passes.
Yep, I mean the scholars are out there, man. They just got to reach out and grab them. That's who's going to be the first to grab it. So take advantage of it, man. I mean, there's no better school in the country. Go ahead and make the right decision, man. What else do you need here?
Yeah. We have 83 people in here. Go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. And if you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're still making a slow push there to get to 1,000 before the LSU game. So we have about 2 months left. So definitely help us get there.
Hold on, Ken. What did I say? Ken already started in the chat, man. I think he was last week.
Of course.
Oh,
if I knew how to unblock someone, I would block Ken right now. But I don't know how to unblock people. So.
You don't know how to unblock people either, do you? But Raul, do you have any thoughts on Andrew Marsh?
No, not really. I mean, make the move, Drew.
You good, Raul?
Oh, my bad, guys. I
Oh, you
was
good?
nah. He seems like a solid wide receiver. I mean, he has a few visits coming up with, I think it's
Oh yeah,
Texas,
a lot.
Oklahoma, or can't remember who it was, but I don't blame Lincoln Riley applying the pressure, especially, we're not going to wait for you if you're still going to go up to Texas and Oklahoma if we got some kids ready to commit. So if you're really serious about joining, pull the trigger sooner rather than later.
All right. Are we moving on from because I'm
Yep.
pretty
Yeah.
sure because who was the one that was talking about wide receivers? I think that was thanks for Preston was talking
Yeah.
about that. So
Oh, there was another one. I think you pinned it or
are you talking
someone
about
did.
fight on from Carter?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Suppose?
That was
Yeah,
a combination. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah,
yeah.
that's more of a
Well, we
combination. Yep. Yep. Yep.
since we talk since we talked about the wide receivers portion, we could talk about Autry, the one that's making Auburn people sweating right now.
Right.
What do
Yeah.
you?
So
So I mean, just good. We're hearing just good stuff. Good visit. But with Coach Henny, right? It's definitely gonna make the opponent fans sweat. The guy really can get whoever he wants, really, if he really puts his foot forward with those recruits. And obviously, he was, he visited his mom and the kid back in like May or something like at his high school. And we'll see what transpires. With this, I'm assuming he probably has a visit later this month with Auburn, and to see how the rest of this year happens. But we're hearing really, really good things with Autry right now, and we'll see.
Do you think he could be one of the silent one?
Potentially. It's yes, no. I guess. I guess I feel like one of the wide receivers is a silent for some reason. I don't know
Huh.
why, but I just have this weird feeling. But um, we'll see. Like a Sims, for example. I guess if we wanted to put a name to that. But yeah.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So hard, man. This guy 6'3", 315, out of Miami Central High School, Miami, Florida, obviously. Um, let's see. He's I'm sorry. Who?
Are you
Autry.
talking about Bacard?
Some of
Or
them card.
Boyd? Is that what you're talking
Autry,
about?
Autry, Autry.
Yeah,
You're good.
Autry.
Alabama kid, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. My bad. 6'5", 6'5", 320, which is exactly
True
what
nose
we
tackle.
exactly what we've been looking for. The true nose. He's the number 14 in Alabama and number 21 in the nation, right? And number 180 overall.
Is he? Is that on 247?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
No. He's definitely will be a huge monster get for USC, and honestly, like I could see like Lincoln Riley dancing, Juju dancing, all that stuff. Like everyone would be so hyped, especially us.
yeah. So he's been committed to Auburn since February last year.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
he just recently committed.
Nope. It says it's February 1st, 2023.
Dang. So that's plenty of time for us to flip. Things
Well,
could have
yeah.
things could have gotten soft at that point.
Yeah, I think at this point he knows everything there is to he knows everything there is about Auburn. I don't think there's nothing else they can show him over there except for a
Yeah,
fat chick, you know. But
and
I mean,
that's
I
the
don't think
same.
they have New Mexico State on their schedule this upcoming year, so I mean, they might have a good year now. So, but I mean, if they had that school, I don't know, man. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, make no mistake about it. They have been recruiting very well and they've been doing pretty well in the transfer portal. They're building over there. But yeah, I like this.
See, and I like what you said before is that he's seen everything that he needs at Auburn, and if he saw something at USC that just blew him away, that just means that there's not much that he really needs from Auburn. He can go to an Auburn game whenever he wants to or whatever after college and all that stuff. But like it's just like Isaiah Gibson. Like he's seen everything about Georgia. Same with or not Isaiah, Justice Terry. Like they've seen it all, but then they come to USC and they see something that's completely different that they can actually see themselves being in. Then like that works really well for us.
So, I mean, there's nothing like this, man. There's nothing like this. So,
Absolutely. Bro, any thoughts before we move on?
Come on down, big fella. So
All right. Well, the next one is another big fella, D lineman. He actually has a crystal ball out there, and that's Floyd Bucard out of Miami, Florida. Um, our good friend Tom Loy, he's heard nothing but positive things with USC, and the talented lineman from Florida. He is set to announce in July, and as of today, he likes the Trojans. So, what are your guys' thoughts on Mr. Floyd Bucard?
This defensive class is going to be crazy.
God.
That's 6'3", 315 out of Miami Central, like I told you guys earlier. Listen, you watch this guy's film, man. I told you guys on Thursday's episode, man. This guy, he can go. This guy's exactly what we need right now, especially for this class.
It's crazy to think that, like, 2 years from now or 2 years ago, if you told me that we would have a class that's more defensive heavy than an offensive heavy class with the Lincoln Riley era, I probably would have told you you're lying.
Right.
But right now, there's more defensive stars right now than offensive stars, and that's not like a Lincoln Riley class.
Right.
I mean, just look at our defensive staff. That should tell you why.
Yeah, our defensive staff is more credible or more impressive, like on paper, I feel like, than our offensive side.
Yeah,
Well, here's the
the
crazy-
100%. I agree with that. Yeah.
Here's the crazy part. It's only going to get better
Yeah,
once these kids see the product on the field.
yeah,
You know, they haven't even proven the product yet, which I have no doubt that they will. This defense will be remarkably better
yeah.
this
yeah,
year.
and
So I'll tell you, man,
Yeah.
the future is more than bright over here, man.
Well, like, didn't Hayden Low say that the reason why he committed to USC is mainly just not just Henny, but was a huge reason was Henny. And when people are saying that kind of stuff, that just shows like that he's going to be a star when it comes to being a coach. He's already I bet he's going to be recruiter of the year when it's all said and done this year. And I bet he could be I bet he'll be one of the top assistant coaches. He'll be up for a top assistant coach trophy by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah. See
I
that?
like it.
Yep.
All right. Another guy we're going to talk about, and it's going to switch over to the offensive side, is a wide receiver from Missouri, Corey Sims. So Scott reached out to him, just wanted to get his feedback on the visit. He said the weekend was an amazing experience at USC. His family and I had a chance to ask questions, obtain a lot of information about athletics, academics, so on and so forth. And then also there was a question, any chance you'll return at some point? And he says there'll be a great chance I will return at USC. So just hearing positive things with him again. He is a pro. I mean, there's something we mentioned on Thursday's live episode. I mean, the guy is very talented already to be in high school, and I think can play right away. So we'll see if we can get him to commit. Basically, we'll see. We'll see if he continues his visits. I would say the Missouri's probably his big one since he's at Missouri, right? And the whole NIL space there, that whole state's pretty crazy. But yeah.
Penn State is also a player, right?
Say again, sorry.
Penn State is a player for him as well.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
did visit last week or so. Mm-hmm.
I think we can beat out Penn State.
Yeah, we're up against Missouri, Nebraska, Penn State.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah, makes sense.
It should be easy, but we'll see what Nebraska
Yeah.
does with their new quarterback, because I know a lot of people are hyping him up. So,
Right.
but another thing that goes with his statement is that he likes the life after football, which is what USC sets you up for, is life after football. Like who said it on our last episode that USC has like the most billionaires? Was that you, Guns?
Yep, 29 billionaires.
Yeah, like we have the most billionaires out there when it comes to colleges. So
Or one of the top, I think, at least one of the top Power 5 conferences. I think there's like Harvard might be one of them, or a little bit more than us, but we're like right up there. I think we're like number 6 in the whole nation or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, just that's just billionaires. But if we just talking about networking across the field, no one can compete against us really for the most part.
Yep. It's kind of hard to. It's easier to recruit against us before the kid actually takes a visit out here and sees for himself.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone's
Once we-
recruiting. Everyone's recruiting pitch against USC is like, what was it? Oh, like they haven't done anything lately, and Lincoln Riley doesn't know defense and all that stuff. That's their recruiting pitch, but that's not like that's just a whack. What is it called recruiting pitch at this point? If you really look
listen,
at what USC has done,
we've heard all kind of stuff from what people negatively said about USC. Like I remember bringing this up with Mama Casey. We heard that there was a kid who was told that USC is not even in LA. Or in LA, USC, like so it's right there right in between downtown and South Central. Like you don't get any more LA than that. So
yeah,
very interesting, man. The hate that we get.
Oh yeah.
Who's up next?
Yeah, next guy is Dorian Brew. We are SC. Basically, by sources, they feel they made a significant move and are close with Dorian Brew. Again, he's basically a Houston, Texas kid, kind of around that area. And this is somebody that since Doug Belk has been on staff, he has been really pushing for this kid. And I think it's really going to pay off. We'll see what transpires over these next coming weeks and months, but good stuff.
So as of right now, he's been crystal ball to Ohio State, but they actually just signed a DB today, so that could play in our favor. So just keep your eyes peeled for that.
We're no strangers from taking top talent from other states, so
yep,
absolutely.
So 6'2", 185. That's
perfect.
exactly what Dantalin was. Right? Does it sound like a perfect fit?
That's what he's been targeting in the transfer portal and in high school.
Yep. So he likes his lengthy corners, man. That can cover a lot of ground. But, yeah, man. This kid, 4-star, of course, number 7 overall in Texas, and number 5 overall cornerback, number 27 recruit nationally. So he's a certified baller, man. If you guys haven't checked out his tape, man, make sure you do that.
All right, who's next? Or do you got anything you want to add, Raul?
Yeah, anything to add? Yeah, bro.
You guys pretty much touched on all the points. My only concern with him is that he's out of Texas, and obviously we know the Texas schools are known to drop last-minute bags. But no, if the staff feels confident, I trust the staff.
Perfect. So next guy is going to be Nick Brooks, offensive lineman from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I mean, he was among the offensive players that USC feels really good about after this past weekend. Yep. He did get multiple Georgia crystal balls this past weekend. He was at that visit, his OV there. So kind of be the byproduct of the OV. We'll see what transpires if we can basically start getting some CBs and then gain some more momentum. But he loved it, and this would be a big get.
That would be legit a big get. The guy is what, 6'7", 360. That's a big get.
Yeah, 247 has him listed at 345, but I've seen him listed at 6'8", 360. I know at one point he was 385. So he's a big boy, man, naturally. So that's it's like a real Zach Banner like size, man.
Yeah.
Is this the recruit that has the 17 siblings as well?
Yeah.
Right? Or,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Big family, huge family, man.
I wonder if they're all as big as him. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you wanna segue into someone else here from what John Woo was saying or John Yo?
Well, we kind of already mentioned him before, but yeah, I mean, he's put the crystal
did we?
ball. I mean, right? Since we have a crystal ball, you would think he'd be next. So yeah, I mean, you're spot on, John. Yep.
So I have a question. If Henson lands Brooks, you guys think some of the fans will relieve some of that pressure that they're putting on Henson?
I think they need to get Jackson Lloyd as well on top of that to really like let go of the pressure, in my opinion.
You think so?
That's a spot, in my opinion. I feel like the tackles haven't been that. Like obviously we got Elijah Page, but we still, from like a ratings perspective, from their eyes, right?
Yeah,
So that's what the fans like. They like the ratings. So
there has to be one big offensive prospect that we need to get before some of that pressure is taken off from him. But Nick Brooks would be a good start.
Yep. But for Henson, that's only half the pressure, man. That's only half the game.
Yeah, they need to show. They need to be consistent.
Especially, we play the 3 of the top 10 defensive lines this year. So Henson, the opportunity is there for him to prove himself. So.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and then lastly, the only other 2 guys I'm going to mention, they're kind of a combination, and it kind of goes with Sims as well, even though we mentioned him earlier. They feel really good. Again, we talked about Marsh as well, but Andrew Marsh and Dalen McCutcheon and then Sims, they really feel like they can kind of seal those 3 up. So, I mean, all the wide receivers, good reports, and really, there wasn't really any bad ones, just in general. So, what are your thoughts on just the thought of potentially getting those 3 wide receivers?
Which ones again?
It'd be Sims, Marsh, and McCutcheon, all 3 of them who visited today or this past weekend. So.
Yes. Those are my thoughts. Yes.
Yeah.
How many are we taking this year?
I'd say 3 to 4, right? I mean,
do you think we lose? Do you think that makes Romeo rethink?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I mean, he's a true inside, right?
Yeah, Romeo, like he's a different style than these
What
others.
about Bell? You think if those 3 commit, we lose out on Bell?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's kind of depends, right? I feel like he is in a situation like most of these, right, where they're not going to wait on him. He's visited USC multiple times unofficially, right? What can an OV change his mind? I guess if he has been undecided,
have to still change your mind. Yes. We're gonna move on.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then other one, I think the big one probably we've been waiting for is Noah McHale. I think that's his last name. Linebacker out of California. He loved it. It was awesome. He was able to really connect with the coaches and players more. Was able to really get talk with Entz and know him more better. So overall, just a good thing. The one thing I would say that kind of stood out to me in the articles is that, right, nothing else. He's already seen everything, right? Kind of our conversation earlier with the other players. So maybe he's, we're just not wowing him, I guess. Potentially, we'll see. Maybe I'm just overlooking or reading that the little comment. But what are your thoughts on Noah?
I think, like, I would love to have him, but I think we are also in a great spot for a lot of other linebackers too. But I definitely think he's kind of like in the same boat as some of the other recruits. Like they've seen USC a lot, and so they really need to see something spectacular to wow them that they haven't seen on their other previous non-official visits. Like with Malik Autry, he's not like blown away by something that he saw from Auburn, but because he's been there so often.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like you said, same from think it might come down to a situation like that where it'll be the first one to jump, you know. But the way Ince's recruiting right now, especially with Boateng, it sounds like he's leaning towards us right now. But not saying there's an either or. Of course, we'll take them both. But yeah, man, we definitely he definitely needs to make a decision soon, I believe.
Yeah, because didn't we make a pretty good impression with Riley Pettyjohn too?
Yeah, I mean, he had a good visit. I haven't seen like an individual article on him, but I heard great things. As always, it just seems like we're kind of a little bit behind Texas right now. It feels that way. We'll see and what transpires, but that's kind of my feeling.
I mean, personally, myself, I would love to have Noah, join us. He's a local kid, so I'm a big believer in keeping the top elite local talent. So, it'll be a start, to keep on, I guess, to start that train again with the local talent. So it would be nice to keep him. So hopefully he does commit soon to us. So, but I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but I know it might be an NIL game with him. I have no way of knowing whether that's true or not. I hope that's not the case, and he really picks the school he really wants to go to, and hopefully, he's us. He put out a post I think it's a week or so ago about his top three, and he had a Nipsey Hussle song. So I'm assuming the kid likes his local talent around the air. So hopefully he stays true to his roots and stays here.
All right, do I have to post that picture of Nipsey in SC jersey? Send it to him. Let him
Right.
know. All right. We got
All right, next guy, I think probably maybe the last guy we'll see as I keep finding some of these articles. Don't know how to say the guy's last name, but D lineman at Central Miami, Florida, Randy. Someone can try to say that last time. I apologize, but basically, him and Floyd might be a package deal potentially. They're teammates, and basically, you just said that we're one of the top schools. We're up there. Coach Eric is just really a cool guy from day one. Knows what he wants to build this defense, and obviously, he likes that since he's recruiting him, right? He'll go to Penn State next week, and I think Floyd will be with him potentially. That's what we're hearing. So we'll find out with Randy, but he loved it, loved the visit, loves Eric, and potential package deal.
Yeah, I like our odds going up against Penn State at least.
Yeah.
Just saying, you want to freeze your butt off out there, or you want to play out here in the sunshine that we got going on there. Just don't think about, for the winter workouts. Those are going to be your hardest workouts, man. So think about that. Bro, you got anything?
I haven't read much on the kid or anything, but if there's a package deal with the other guy, definitely take him. Big kid as well, so we can use as much big uglies as possible. So it's a take.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of it, guys. If we find any more, we'll kind of potentially bring them out as we're still talking. But obviously, if any officials come out, our guy BC obviously will be on it in terms of videos, so keep a lookout on that. But just in general, good weekend, and pretty excited to see what happens with these camps. I think we'll maybe find some potential hidden gems. I know past years we found one or two here and there, so it'll be cool to find out who's that hidden gem.
I have a question for you guys. Does Juju shut it down anytime soon?
Well, I mean, we've been speculating off Annie Henson's tweet that she posted earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Wonder song "Signed, Sealed, Delivered" with the caption.
Yeah.
That means Juju's ready to shut it down. So that way we can focus on recruiting, especially on the offensive side of the ball. It seems to be scales kind of tipping towards defense right now. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm ready for him to shut it down.
A lot of us are, because
Yeah.
I'm just done with CU fans right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hope. I don't know for sure, 100%. But I know from what we know in terms of our insiders from 247, multiple meetings um, were happening with Juju, with NILs, with his agents. So there was definitely some conversations around him essentially shutting it down. We'll see. He obviously has to kind of say that, right, and not take these visits and whatnot. But Annie knows something. She knows something, obviously.
She'd be the one to know.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. And next week, don't we have Jakeem Stewart on campus for that camp?
Yeah, so he'll be part of the camp. And
Hopefully,
yeah,
we
so it'd
can
be good
close
to
on him.
get Eric closer to him and potentially persuade him, to reclassify or just commit or whatnot.
They're both from
But I think this is
Louisiana.
going to be a battle. I think Ohio State's in it. I think it's a tight race. LSU, us, and Ohio State would be my guess. Would be the top three.
Yeah, but Coach Henny, he's been working his magic. So
Absolutely,
yep, there we go.
absolutely.
let's see. So we got a question from Marcus. A different question. The O-line that we have to face, are they any good? Because everyone is talking about our D-line is not as big.
From a Big Ten standpoint, probably be. I don't know. Michigan did lose a few players.
Yeah,
Maybe
Michigan lost some
Michigan.
players. Iowa's probably going to have a big line.
probably,
Like
yeah.
the Big Ten is always known for just having a big line. Like there's
Right.
no way around it. And like
I would say our biggest test is LSU. They have
LSU.
two top tackles on each side. I'm not too sure on their inside, right? So that could be a weakness. But I'd say that's the biggest test, and I think that's good that we're going to get them early out of the way, and that'd be a good measuring stick for the defense, right, for future games.
Right. And I hope you guys will all be there because we will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got to start talking to the other guys about doing a meet and greet.
Yes, sir.
But no, like it is going to be a different. It's going to be a different pace for USC, especially getting used to playing Big Ten teams on a regular, unlike what we've had to play against in the Pac-12. But I think we'll be able to adjust, and we've recruited decent when it comes to size for the offensive line. So we just got to see how well they do because we're moving some players around. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
I
Absolutely.
mean, plus we got Danton Lynn and staff, to confuse the opponent as well. They throw different looks. So I'm not too concerned about the size. I think, yeah, they might be a little bit bigger, but it's not like they're completely going to overpower us and shut us down. I think Danton Lynn is going to mix it up and confuse and opens up a few holes and confuse some of the players. That we'll be in a good spot regardless.
Listen, our guys are definitely big enough. I'm not worried about that. We got a couple 300 pounders.
Yeah.
And everyone else is around 300, 280, 290. So
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the size being the issue. Just the physicality. As long as they can be physical, I think we're fine. We can match the physicality. We're good.
Honestly, as long as we stay healthy.
That too, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So
Especially on the ends, I think the ends are more important.
Yeah.
For tackles, I mean, to be more healthy than inside. I think, let's say someone inside, gets hurt. I think we can shuffle them around a little bit, given some of the backups that we have, and some of the things we've been hearing. So yeah.
Oh, there goes Lucky Chin.
Frankie said,
Like
how
Jen's
many
gone to.
how many more recruiting weekends are left? Is it like 2 or 3 left, right?
We have one more left right after this.
One more. Yep, June 21st. The big one. The big one. So
That's when we have the
you
big
know,
party, right?
yeah, we got a lot of our commits. I would say I think probably half. And then obviously the big targets, right? Like Phillip Bell, for example, is one. Elijah Griffin will be out there. Obviously our boy Justice Terry will be out here. Obviously he's already committed, but still, I mean that's a big guy to
Yeah, we
still get
gotta
on campus.
keep him. Yeah, is Isaiah Gibson going to be there?
No.
No, that the plan is right now still just during the season. We'll see if anything. You know, Trent, maybe
I think
we do a
should-
flip like Hayden Low, right? And tell him, hey, you need to get your butt out here, and
Yeah.
we'll see.
I was just talking about this with Guns yesterday, but since he doesn't have an official schedule with us yet, he might be a good candidate to bring him on board when we face Penn State out here.
Let's
Like
go, man.
a few of the players that haven't visited us
or just LSU
officially.
in general.
But just I'm saying, just out here in local in LA, so it'll be a big weekend for us. I think the crowd will be. No, it'll be a good crowd that day.
Yes, sir.
Might be a good opportunity to bring a few players, officially and unofficially, for that day.
Yep.
So David Peterson said, "Do you guys see us getting a DB out of this weekend?"
Yeah, Brew. I mean, I've heard good things as well with Alex Graham. We didn't talk about him much. He's a Colorado commit. He's more of a safety corner, you know, very versatile. We also heard good things about him. It's been quiet in terms of his own story, his own article. But if I had to put, you know, if I had a gun to my head, Dorian Brew.
For sure. We've also been hearing good things about Trey McNutt as well. So
Yeah,
Yes, yeah. I don't think that Florida visit doesn't seem like it was as spectacular compared to ours. So I think we're still feeling good.
yep.
I don't know. I got like I don't know. I got into some Twitter wars against about Trey McNutt, but I'm pretty. I think we're going to be in a good spot for him. So.
But listen, this class is going to be amazing. However it shakes out. But the guys that that are even just around us right now and that we're recruiting, we can take any of them and have a great class. So the guys that are coming on, so we'll be just fine, man. We're definitely on the uptick. Don't let these national media guys tell you otherwise. Right? There's been a lot of that going on around. A lot of weirdos out there talking USC football without doing the homework.
Yep.
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah.
And if we have like not even a great year, if we have a solid year, say 9+ wins, which I truly believe that's going to be the case, I wouldn't be surprised if we can take the #1 spot this year in terms of a recruiting ranking, especially on the defensive side. If Coach Henny and Danton Lin, put up good numbers, I can see a few flips come early signing day.
Yep. Yeah, I think they'll be fighting to get over here, man. The product on the field shakes out, which I really believe. I really do believe this defense is going to be good, man. Not great, at least not this year, but it will be good.
Night and day. Yeah. Everyone's gonna know what they're doing. We're gonna be in the right, whatever the word I'm looking for. But basically, they're gonna be in the right positions, essentially.
We're gonna make teams one-dimensional, man. Our secondary will be a no-fly zone.
Yeah.
So we shut
the Carlos Nicholson. Oof.
Right.
Hey, we all saw that during the spring game.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was the top 5? Who had a top 5 run defense? Last year? Danton Lane.
Yep.
So you compare that with the great secondary. Yeah. I mean, do the math, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
You got some people that disagree with you, B. Jones. I disagree. I believe this year's defense will be really good.
I said really good.
He said great. He said great. B. Jones said great. He said we're gonna be really good though.
Yeah, I said maybe not great, but I said definitely really good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we agree with you, Fred. We do believe the defense is going to be really good this year.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys.
Does the chat have any questions? We have 100 people watching right now. Do you guys have any questions before we get out of here?
What was that? You guys want to inquire about how's the kicking and the 40s coming along?
Yeah, when the last time you kicked the ball, bro?
Shit, it's been a while. I don't know.
He's going to be kicking like
But
30
I'll start
balls the day
practicing.
before.
I'll start practicing though.
So you think you're just about to walk out there? What? Were you 36 now?
No, I'm not 36 yet. I'm 34.
34. That's okay. So,
You're the oldest one here.
walk out there, 34, just kick it at 30-yarder, huh?
Hey, I played soccer all my life. Can't be that hard, man.
What? You about to tear your hamstring?
He's not even going to be able to make the game. He's going to be in the
man.
hospital.
I ran the marathon, the LA marathon, for 3 years in a row, and it's been a year and a half or 2 years since I last ran it. But
Oh wow.
I'm not in too bad of a shape, so
Man, all right.
I should be able to kick a 30. Remember, I said a 30-yarder. I never said 40 or 50.
Yep.
I said a 30.
No.
So.
Nah, 30 seems easy, man. I think you got it.
Since we're on a time 40, speaking of 40 yards, like Chan,
How we doing, man?
what's up, man?
You guys know the drill. You guys are not going to get anything.
All right, look, Blackie Chan, let's cut to the chase.
We
already know you're not going to get a 4.6, but you think you can hit like a 4.8, 4.9?
You're going to have to find out. I'm not giving you guys anything.
I mean, we definitely talked this offline, but yeah, we definitely need to start scheduling the exact day of when we're going to be doing this. You know?
Hey, the fans
is it going to be
wanna
that
see it,
Saturday, or maybe that Sunday, right before the game? We just
That's for the game.
meet up and go to a field and just go figure it out.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I don't know if I want to do it in a parking lot, because if I trip or fall,
not in the
I'm gonna
parking
be in the
lot.
hospital
Yeah,
before the
no,
game.
yeah.
That was never going to be the case, Blackie Chan.
Okay, I thought that's what the whole case was like. Like
No.
while we're doing tailgating, everyone just clear out a row so I can just run down this. Like I'm gonna hurt myself.
We need
Measure
you in
the
the
30
show.
yards for the field goal.
We need you in the show, and we need you to pull out those videos. We can't have you injured, man.
Hey, you want to do it on the you want to do it on the track or you want to do it on the field?
There's
I
some
don't know.
schools by the strip, so we can figure it out. Won't be too far.
Maybe track, because that'll be better grip, so I don't have to actually get cleats or anything like that.
That
Yeah.
works. Huh?
'Cause if I'm running on a field, I'm gonna get cleats because I ain't trusting just normal running shoes.
And realistically, where do you think you can hit? Like 4.9? I really don't know the times like that, but what's the
Okay,
realistic number?
You'll have to find out.
All right, you guys heard, chat. You said you got to subscribe to find
Yep.
out. So.
No.
You know what?
Hey, if we get to 1,000, he will tell us. He will tell us, people.
Maybe you know what, this we'll do a video of this, and it's gonna be a membership only video.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So
So get those memberships if you want to see him run this 4.640, baby.
All right.
no, Fred, I am not running in a parking lot.
Hey, maybe we can get maybe we can get a recruit to run it with you, man.
We all agree, Logan. Malik,
No,
obviously.
we will not be responsible for any recruits pulling hamstrings.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Bro.
yeah.
If we had a USC commit pull a hamstring or an ACL,
Right.
Oh,
how
Lincoln would be
much
on us
they
ASAP, dude.
USC would be
ASAP.
all on us. They'd get us canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
So recruits, if you're watching this, no, you're not running.
Yep.
Hey,
Don't even
we,
ask.
said-
Not
We're
putting
hey,
it-
no.
we never said they gotta like try out, go 100%. They can just run it there. Come on,
I'm
guys.
not
You
going to
guys
embarrass you guys on the track.
Oh,
No.
wow. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hey, Carlon said he could beat you, man. So
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
Hey,
he said-
No,
Uh,
see. If I had Carlon running after me, then I think I could run a 4.6. I am not getting tackled by that man.
All right. Oh, man.
If he's chasing me to try to tackle me,
I'll
I'm
say
running for
this.
my life.
I will say this, and Dennis Lynch, we got love for you regardless, but
Why did you bring this man up?
Where's this going?
uh, once I get up a few practice kicks, I'll challenge you on the 10 field
Oh,
goals. I mean,
Oh.
not 10 field goals, but I'm saying extra point kicks. I think I can go 10 for 10.
okay.
He's got a big year coming up. I think just special teams in general. There's a lot of we have so many kickers and punters.
I think it's
mean,
up for grabs right now for that position.
That they also trying to figure out. I think our main issue was the kickoffs, right? I mean, we just can never get the ball in the end
Touchback.
zone. Exactly, can
I
never
just
get
don't
those
think he has the
touchdowns.
leg. I don't think he has the leg for it.
Right, and that's why they
Unfortunately.
maybe brought some of these other
Yeah.
guys potentially. They feel like they can do that.
Well, not only that, man, we got a lot of young freshmen that are looking to prove themselves too.
Yeah.
So they're
Absolutely.
hungry, man. Make some noise on.
We have that 6-star kicker.
Yeah,
like-
and I think they just had a camp today too in terms of special teams. So
Yeah, I think I saw Lynch tweet out a few
yeah, I saw
things.
something.
Why weren't you out there, Raul?
Hey, I said extra point kicks. I never said actual field goals or like extra point right down the middle.
Right.
I think
But you say it can't be that hard.
Just tell them,
Somebody
Coach, I want 30-yarders. Right.
I said I did say I gotta get a few practice kicks first, but
No.
we waiting on you.
it won't be that difficult, man. We'll see.
No.
See,
And if I embarrass myself out there, it's fine. I don't do it for a living. So
I'll put a disclaimer in.
so
man.
then, but see, then if you miss them, you have to put out a public video apologizing to Dennis Lynch.
yeah, that's fine. No, but he's got to compete against me though. Once he graduates or whatever,
Somebody tag Dennis Lynch, man.
No,
I
we
won't
can't
tag
have Dennis Lynch watching all of our videos.
Why not? Hey, it's tough love. He's gotta, toughen up.
I mean, yeah, you gotta take the criticism.
Yeah, I mean, if I suck, hey, I'm gonna take it in the chin and be like, all right, guys, I'll do it next year. No, that's it. Hey, Blackie Chan, if you ran a 5-1 or a 5, I'm expecting you to, be like, forget you guys. I'm gonna run a 4-8 next year. Just watch me. So.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm expecting the same for Dennis Lynch. He got a lot of criticism. Hopefully this year he steps up. If he's still, the kicker.
Just for note, like Chan, there's linemen running under 5, so
Yeah, but they have longer. They're like 6 foot or 9 or whatever with like long. Like
also
two
got
of
like
their
a-
steps is one of my steps.
Yeah,
They also
that's
carrying
crazy.
100 pounds.
Huh?
So they're actually carrying extra 100 pounds.
Hey, but they're D1 athletes though.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I appreciate you guys that joined us today.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let your fellow USC fans know as well to come and subscribe to us.
And again, apologies for USCJ, but like B. Jones said, he'll be on the next episode when he can. Just didn't happen.
Yep. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here. Make sure you guys follow Gunner at Views from the Stands. And for you gamers out there, go check out Blackie Chan's gaming channel, man. He likes to get down on some what you playing tonight, Blackie Chan.
And actually, real quick, sorry to jump in. I did get a sub while we've been viewing. Shout out to Super Max out here, 1234. He's been a solid guy here in the chat. So appreciate it.
Appreciate you. So Blackie Chan, we rocking out to tonight.
I ain't doing anything tonight. I don't think. I'm tired, bro. Okay, I've
Long
been cutting
weekend.
meat all weekend for my wife's family situation here. I've been up a lot. I've been putting up tents. I've been taking. We got like 12 cases of Costco sized beer, and I had to drink all that. Like it was rough.
Hey, that's how you expecting to run
Yeah.
40? Come on, Blackie Chan.
Playing with your meat.
He said, I got to drink all of those. Come on. You can share those.
Tell that to my wife's family, okay?
You can't say no, you know.
No, I can't.
No, and for those in the chat, go get your college football 25.
Oh yeah,
You'll be able to play against us soon.
July.
Getting close.
So if you want
Wait,
that,
B Jones, have you got your PS5 yet?
not yet, but I will.
At least it's not that hard to get a PS5 anymore.
Right.
No, I don't think so. Man, it was hard to get those back in the day, man.
Yeah, it was.
I remember.
Pretty ridiculous.
Take
Right.
Frankie caught that. I had to drink all that. Yeah, you didn't have to drink all that.
Oh no, I had to.
Okay,
No,
nobody.
like,
Yeah.
they have a thing where all the at one point they have a table where all the people who are not like a part of the family has to sit at, and you have to drink. That if you're not like blood related and you're married into the family, you have to sit at the table out of respect.
So all your in-laws at one table drinking.
Basically, like they're just talking in Hmong, my wife's Hmong, and they do cheers, and whenever you cheers, you drink.
Sounds fun.
No, it's not.
All right, man. All right, let's get out of here, guys. I'm hungry.
Right on.
I'm tired. All right, fire, guys.